40 interrogative sentences in future perfect continuous tense. Will you have been starting your new project by next month? Will James have been living in the city for 5 years by next year? Will she have been staying at the hotel for a week by Wednesday? Will you have been studying for 3 hours by 10 p.m.? Will your father have been watching TV when you go to bed? Will the repairman have been fixing your Walkman for 10 days by next week? Will your parents have been living in France for 3 years by next June? Will Tom's father have been working at this company for 20 years by next year? Will you have been working here for a year in July? Will you have been watching TV for 6 hours when I come home? Will we have been dancing for 3 hours by midnight? Will we have been living together for 2 years by September? How long will you have been living in Istanbul by the end of this year? Will you have been watching TV when I come to see you? Will your mom have been washing the dishes at 9 p.m.? Will Jennifer have been teaching in this college for 7 years by next May? Will your father have been working for 25 years when he retires? Will you have been taking a shower when the guests arrive? Will she have been waiting for me when I call her? Will she have been walking for 2 hours by the time she gets home? Will you have been sleeping when I leave? Will he have been washing the car at this time tomorrow? Will your daughter have been studying medicine for 3 years next year? Will your wife have been paying the bills for 2 years by the time you get a job? Will you have been using this shaver for 20 years next year? Will they have been waiting for the cargo for 6 days by Friday? Will she have been making cakes for 9 hours by evening? Will your mother have been cleaning the house for 3 hours by 10 p.m.? Will your parents have been saving money for 5 months by October? Will your father have been building a country house for 6 months in November? Will you have been wearing this t-shirt for 10 years next year? Why will she have been crying since morning? Will you have been trying to find a job for 6 months next week? Will he have been using the car all day tonight? Will your mother have been shopping for the whole day? Will it have been snowing for a month next week? Will your parents have been living in this house for 40 years next year? Will they have been waiting for 2 hours by the time he gets here? Will you have been waiting for me for 3 hours in 5 minutes? How long will you have been waiting to get your diploma?